in this attic, it's just not a regular attic with the 2x8 rafters and the plywood. You see a product in between. You can see that it's very user-friendly. It's not itchy, it's not scratchy, it's insulation, and it's a product called Icynene.
The Icynene insulation is sprayed on the plywood between the rafters, starting at the plate, so there are no soffit vents. So the outside air is completely isolated from the attic area. What are we trying to do with air conditioning? Remove hot, moist air from the house.
Back in '94, and we were a much smaller company then than we are today, and we had a request to meet with the producer of this old house, and they do a couple of homes a year, and they had not used foam insulation before. When they ran that show, our telephones just lit up. People wanted it all over the US, and we also found a lot of people wanted to become licensed Icynene dealers as a result of that show as well. And since that time, the only insulation that they have used on the program is Icynene. The chemical engineer who invented our foam said there has to be a way to make a foam that is healthy and doesn't off-gas harmful chemicals that are going to affect people's health.
Can you give me some examples of what the benefit would be from the Icynene as opposed to the fiberglass insulation?
One of the big benefits from an energy saving point of view is its air barrier capability. Fiberglass cannot be used as an air barrier, whereby the Icynene insulation system can. Icynene is not a food source for mold or vermin. There's no net place for nesting of vermin that might make it into your attic. Really helps in sound absorption, especially people that have metal roofs.
It can reduce the size of your air conditioning. It doesn't support the growth of mold. It'll control condensation and also dramatically reduces your energy bill.
What happens in a hurricane? Is my roof going to pop off? Maybe you could explain to me how that is not the case.
The foam sticks to the plywood, which is stuck to the rafters, which is stuck to the other rafter. So the roof basically is now one huge piece.
The houses that have vented attics and glass fiber on the floor of the attic, the roofs have ripped right off with the hurricane. And the ones that had the unvented attic where the foam was sprayed under the roof deck between the rafters and with no venting, those houses were intact. One of the things that offsets the cost of our product is that you can typically downsize the air conditioner by 50%. Because if you're not having to take care of hot, humid air that's getting into the house, you don't need to have as big an air conditioner as what you would if you're using a fibrous insulation.
It is the #1 product in building a LEED home, and a LEED home is leadership in energy and environmental design, and it is the whole purpose in building LEED homes is to build a home that is more conscious of the environment around it and using less energy to actually build the house, to actually maintain the house later on. And this is one of the major products in it.